welcome back everybody for another session of virtual painting. Tonight we're going to be painting our heart in the sand.
That is it. We've been doing
Welcome
all
to
weekend.
Mimosas and Masterpieces and your host, Jennifer.
No, Mark's the host.
No, you're the host.
You're the one.
I'm the man behind the scenes. I'm nothing. You are the host.
You're the voice behind them.
Okay, I'm a voice.
You're the
That's
voice.
what I am. But you're the host. You're the star.
Oh my.
You're the reason why people come here and paint. They love you. They love how you present the instructions on how to make a good painting. Every time they come and join us, they end up with their own masterpiece at the end, just like Michelle said. And we have a great time too as well.
Yes, we do. Yes,
Now, we're going to have some time for people to check in.
Yeah, let us know where you're painting from tonight.
All right.
Well,
First one to check in is Sherilyn Godfrey.
Hi, Sherilyn.
Eric Lucas.
Hi, Eric.
Oh, here we go. Deanna Fosgian.
Hi, Deanna.
Patty Sign.
Hi, Patty.
Yeah, we've already hit 40 people already.
I'm so glad you guys know where to go now. In the discussion, in the event. I'm sorry if you guys are seeing, if any of you see any of those spam links, please report them for us. We are trying to stay on top of them.
Yes.
Just
don't click on none of them.
I've messaged Facebook already, but in the meantime, as many people that can report them as possible, that will help us out. I want to do everything I can to get rid of them myself.
Yes, okay. So we've got Christine Mina.
Hi, Christine.
Got Tracy Luby from Del Mar, New York.
Hello, welcome.
We've got Cheryl Castillo from Canada.
Hi, Cheryl. Welcome.
All right, we got Mary Jane Concepcion. Hello from Connecticut.
Hello.
Karen Duvas. Hello.
Hi, Karen.
Beverly Ann Williams from Chesapeake, Virginia.
Welcome.
Formerly from Forge, New Jersey.
Welcome. From Ford's, Ford's Jewelers? That's my uncle's jewelry store.
Oh, that's right. We haven't seen him in a while.
I know. It's been a long time.
Our good old friend Cinder is back.
Hi, Cinder.
I'm painting from a cold room because once the sun went down, it got cold outside.
Aww. It was really nice.
Christina Mina is from Queens, New York.
Welcome.
We've got Stephanie Barfield from Virginia Beach.
Hi, Stephanie.
We got Tammy Wilson from Central Florida.
Hi, Tammy.
We got Julie DeWitt McKenzie from Maine. See, this is nice. This is nice. East Coast, up and down, Virginia. We got Becky Goslin, Rhode Island, with my son, 12-year-old Wyatt.
Hi, Wyatt. How are you? We can't wait to see your paintings tonight. When you guys are all through with everything, we want you to send your photos in to us. We really like getting those, and we will put together a slideshow of everybody's paintings at the end. We usually wait a couple of days, and then we'll put it all together.
We've got Colleen Szymanski in Rhode Island and painting along with Mom in New York.
Hi,
I love that.
I know.
We're getting a lot of that now. People are
Colleen and Mom
hooking
in
up.
New York.
Yeah, this is awesome. When you hook up to paint together in
right.
two different places, that's another thing that we can do for people.
I mean,
I love this.
It's live, so yeah. I mean, we do offer private Zoom parties. So if you just want to have a private party and not have 50 people from around the United States and just have your friends with you, we do offer those as well for a fee. We haven't done too many of them, just a couple, but it's just an alternative to, just have your group and you can see one another's paintings and you can all watch me on screen, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's just like this, but a little bit more interactive because you can see each other's stuff.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like this. I like all these people from all over the country, all taking time out to paint with you. And just forget about whatever's going on right now. We're like winding down the Memorial Day weekend, and this is a nice, easy way to just relax and have some fun and hook up with people. This is nice. We got Becky Cookson from Maine.
Hi, Becky.
Okay. Deanna Fosgian. She is in it says Tammy in Florida.
Tammy in Florida.
Yes.
Hi. What? Did you eat your food, mister, and you're back already? Hi. Can you lay down now for mom?
Okay.
Lay down.
We've got Novita Samantha Chisholm Lowenstein from upstate New York, or Lowenstein.
Welcome.
Right. Rhode Island. Deanna Fosgian, Rhode Island.
Welcome.
And that was...
I'm going to give everybody 1 or 2 more minutes just to check in, make sure they find us.
Yeah, because we're up to about 60.
So,
we got Lisa St. Denis.
Awesome.
In Ontario, Canada.
Welcome, Lisa.
Anya Weeby here from Ontario, Canada.
Hi, Anya.
We've got Caitlin and Veronica from Vermont.
Hi, Caitlin and Veronica. Welcome.
Okay. Wait, we got more. We got more Canadians here. We got Patricia Byrne from Ontario, Canada.
Mark loves our Canadian neighbors.
Yes. Doreen Medor in Maine. Abby and Tracy from Pennsylvania.
Relax, rascal.
We've got Erica Patton Miller in Virginia.
Hi, Erica.
Kendra Joy in Vermont.
Hello, Kendra.
Hunter is here.
Hi, Hunter. So while you guys are still checking in, I'm Jennifer. Mark is behind the computer reading off your names and giving me your direction should you need anything. Just type it in the comments and he will relay that to me. We are Mimosas and Masterpieces. We're out of South Bound New Jersey. Typically we would be going out in person and doing these, but because of everything going on, we have had to cancel all of our events for the past 4 months. So we have just been going live and doing them live. We've been kind of painting for tips here and there. Otherwise we do Paint It Forwards, and all of the donations go right to another charity or organization that we work with. I like to volunteer. I like to give back. Other than that, we're just here to have a good time, to take your mind off of everything else going on, to just spend some time with your family. I'm more about getting paint on a canvas. It's more about just having some bonding time with family. Again, taking your mind off of stuff that's going on and kind of refocusing for a little while and just having some downtime. Have a sip if you're sipping with me tonight. What are you sipping on tonight?
Right, so now we still got a lot of people here to acknowledge here. We've got oh wow, okay, so we've got Colleen's mom from New York, Regina Szymanski.
Hi, Regina.
Okay, then we've got Barbara from Draycut with daughter and granddaughter.
Aww.
It says Draycut. And then I see that nasty spam thing.
Oh, really?
Okay, no, somebody's showing it to somebody.
Oh, don't click on those.
Just don't click on that.
Yeah, don't click on any of those spam links.
All right. And then we've got Donna Morissette from Pennsylvania. It's Donna, Heather, Sarah, Felicia, and Steve.
Awesome, guys.
Okay, so let me write that down. That's a bunch of them right there.
We love having families together with us, and we love getting the pictures of all of your paintings together. And we want you to hold your painting and get a picture of you with your painting in it, and even while you're painting with us. So send us your photos. We enjoy it. You know, the other thing that you can do is when you're posting to your own Facebook page, tag us in it. Tag Mimosas and Masterpieces. And we should usually be able to see those as well. I like to try and acknowledge every single post that you guys put up, every comment or photo. Single-handedly doing that, so sometimes I don't see it right away. But I promise you I'll get to you. If you don't hear from me in a day or so, just hit me up in the messenger and just say, hey, did you see this? Do you know, whatever. Especially if you had a question on something, okay? I want to make sure that everybody's taken care of because you're all important to us. Yeah, what do you think?
Julie McKenzie says it's a water night.
Water night. I know it's a Sunday, but, you know, kind of off tomorrow, right?
Audrey Dutremble is from Massachusetts.
Hi.
Diane Kane is from Cape Cod.
Hello, Diane.
Okay, we got our first hard to hear.
Try on your end.
Yeah, because we got the mics on.
The mic, we can last with the mic for just about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Should be good. And then I need to switch the phone from the mic to power. So bear with us. We should be under 2 hours for this painting, guys. We're hoping.
Just so you know, Tracy Luby says, how do we tip you guys?
There is a Venmo or a PayPal link.
It's right there in the bottom corner of the screen.
It's over here if you can read it. If not, I typed it in the comment on the video, and I'll put a little thank you up at the end for you guys to post your pictures, and it'll be there too. So.
All right. So now, just a couple more people before we begin. We've got Beth from Massachusetts. We got Lori Panza from Bristol, Rhode Island. We've got Carol from New York. We've got Sandy Barley from Massachusetts. And last but not least, we've got Anya back with us tonight.
Did you see what I did?
I hope so. I hope Anya saw what you did. Anya's one of our regular, painters.
And she's been requesting for weeks.
Yeah, she's been requesting.
For weeks.
I've been there to ask.
To do a paint palette. So, we will introduce Anya's paint palette canvas night. One night, middle of the week in June at some point. I have to check the schedule, but we left lots of room up here so that, you can write Anya's art studio or whatever you want to write. We left room up here for that. So, it's here. I did it. I love you. See?
You got it, Anya. All right, I think we're just about ready. We're over 70 tonight. This is a wonderful turnout for the Heart in the Sand tonight.
Good end of your weekend, evening, right? So let's go over all the supplies that you have. We have our 16 by 20 canvas that we're working on tonight. I have it on my easel. You don't necessarily need one, but it's helpful. I have a cup of water to rinse my brushes, paper towels to dry them. I have a plate for my paints. We probably, you may need another plate to mix on if you're not comfortable mixing on the same plate. And we're going to use 2 different brushes tonight. Maybe 3 if you need. But we'll probably be using 2 brushes that look like this. We're going to use a flat brush and we're going to use a round brush like this. We will start with the flat brush when we get started. We're going to work from the top of the canvas down, so we're doing all of our background in the sand first.
Okay.
And then the water is with a smaller brush.
All right.
I'm going to try and move through the sand a little quickly because we can't let that dry too much before we move on to the next color.
Okay.
So try and stick with me.
I'll have her repeat the steps.
I will repeat as we go. Let's get our colors on our plate. So we need yellow.
Anya says, thank you for the beautiful paint.
You're welcome.
All right, yeah, and while we're going through this, I'll try to ask questions that I think you people would ask. So don't worry.
Yellow, red.
Lisa says, can you put the brush closer to the camera to see it better?
Yeah, sure. So we're going to be using 2 brushes today. One is a flat brush and one is a round brush.
Okay.
So yours might be a little bit wider than this. That's fine. It'll just make it go faster for you. The wider your brush, the faster you'll get that done.
Okay.
Okay, so red, yellow, blue. All of your primaries.
Right, red, yellow, blue.
Yep. And we'll need tiny bit of black and white.
Tracy Fritz Arthur says, you should do a baby giraffe. We've got it already on the list.
It's on the list, girl. We are trying. We have a list of your recommendations.
A nice long list.
We love taking them. I will get to as many as I possibly can. We'll get there.
And all you got to do is go to the events section when you come to this page on Mimosas and Masterpieces and look up what we have coming up in the future events. Or you join us for a session. And during that session, I'll read off the upcoming events and the dates and the times. And come and join us whenever you got the time.
All right, so again, your plate, your palette should be all of your primary colors actually.
Okay.
Red, yellow, blue, black, and white.
That's a lot of white.
It's a lot of white. I use a lot of white. It's a really thick paint, so sometimes you need more when it's thicker.
Okay, so they should have about that much on their plates?
You'll probably need less than this.
Okay, so they don't need to...
Yeah, you'll probably need about a 50-cent piece-sized amount of paint on your plate. Not a whole lot. It's easier to add to this than it is to put it back.
Right. So we want people to be conservative with their paint. You're spending money for this stuff, and you want to keep painting with us, then let's not, let's be conservative.
The other thing that you could do, listen, I've done it many times, is when I'm done with my palette, I flip another plate on top of it and put something kind of heavy, sort of seals the edges, and it'll reserve your paint for at least another day.
Okay.
So you can use it for the next one.
Now, Doreen Medora says, you said pink or red?
You can use pink. So when I say we're going to use a corner of red, a corner of white, you can go right to your pink.
Okay.
Okay? Yep.
All right, are we ready to begin?
What do you guys think? My sippers that are sipping with me, take a sip.
All right, that's the way to start it off.
All right. So we are going to, let's start with, I want to make an orange color first. So we're going to mix a little bit of orange. If you're not comfortable doing it on this plate, you can do it on another plate.
Okay.
And put my red and yellow together so I can kind of grab a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red, and mix for orange. A yellow and a little red for orange. Doesn't matter really how dark it is. We're going to add white to it anyway.
Okay.
So we're just going to kind of add a few little brush strokes in there and then go back over it with some white. So
okay.
We're going to leave this entire corner, so all the way from the top of this corner over here, about an inch up, to at least halfway over here. This whole section is going to be your water. So we're not going to put anything really down here in this area until we get to our water. So with that orange on that brush, it's pretty loaded on your brush. We're just going to do a couple of little brush strokes in a few areas. So here's an area. We're going to do a little bit in the center, a little up here, a little over here. And,
now,
these can be anywhere.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but Biz Gale says wet the brush.
Rinse and dry your brush to start.
Rinse and dry your brush.
Right, rinse and dry your brush to start before you start mixing. So a little red, a little yellow will make an orange color.
Yes.
And then we're just going to put some orange.
And these spots right here.
Yeah, a couple little spots. You know, yours doesn't have to match this at all.
Okay.
You could put them wherever. We're just going to blend them all together.
Okay.
Okay.
So right now you're just putting a little orange in.
Right. So we just did some orange here, 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 and up here. We can play with that. You're going to rinse and dry that brush.
Okay.
And we're going to go to white. Dry that brush good. The only time you want to have a slightly damp brush is when your paint seems to get like a little thick on your canvas. And sometimes that happens when we're blending, which we may find out tonight.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go to white with that brush after I've rinsed and dried. And I want to start going kind of around the edge of that orange that we did. So I'm using horizontal brush strokes here, right over the edge of that orange, and it sort of fades it out a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you do the strokes a little slower so they get an idea of how you're doing this?
Yep. So I'm just kind of going along the edge of that orange and just brushing it out a little bit to sort of fade that orange color.
Okay.
All the way around the outside of it. We want to lighten that orange color up. We're going to do, well, let's do a little bit more in here. Just want to fade that orange so you don't have that bright orange color.
Right.
And it sort of blends it out with that white. We're going to do the same with the little guys over here. So again, I kind of start around the edge of it and then just kind of blend it out.
All right, so you take your white and start out on the
the edges.
and then just get in there and blend it in there.
Yep. We're just kind of pulling that orange and kind of making that space a little bit wider.
Okay.
Grab the edges of your canvas if you remember. Edges and top. We're going to do the same up here.
All right, so we're off and running here.
We're off and running. I'm going to keep this same brush. Now for those of you that have pink, you can go into pink and just start using your pink and doing the similar thing. I am going to do a corner of red and a corner of white on that same brush.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to make a couple of areas of this like red color, which will end up turning into some pink. So corner of red, corner of white. Do another section over here. You can move these colors wherever you want to move them. Do a couple of little sections of them.
Okay.
And again, we're just going to start grabbing white and sort of blending. So when the colors start coming next to one another,
yeah,
we're just going to grab a little bit more white to blend them together.
When the colors are coming next to each
Right,
other, then
when
blend it with white?
Right. So you just want to grab a little bit of white to blend one into the other. So
and you're not supposed to wash your, don't dip your brush, just keep dipping it in the white.
I'm just going to keep going into white. So I'm going to, first, once we have the red and white on here, or if you have pink, you can use the pink.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to brush up into that orange color and bring that orange color down into the pink color.
Okay.
Okay. Grab a little bit more white on the edges.
Now, you originally took a corner of white and a corner of red, and you put them in a couple of areas.
Yep.
Around the orange areas.
Yeah, that was.
And then you started blending it all in together, and you still had some colors there. So you just put some more white on that same brush without rinsing it and drying it, and just continued to blend all of the colors together.
Yep. So as you get next to the other color over here, you just want to blend up into that orange color, and then bring that orange color, if it's not dry, bring it down into that pink color that you just made.
Okay.
Okay. So again, we're kind of coming up to another color. We're going to blend it up in there. Just using horizontal brush strokes.
Right.
You kind of have to use a little bit of pressure on this brush now.
All right. So you are using a little pressure.
Yep. Yeah, to kind of start moving it. Once your paint starts to get dry and a little thick, then you're going to have to use a little bit of
pressure?
A little bit of pressure, a little bit of muscle to move it around on there.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll get this
area. Where you have no connections or whatever, like you're doing right now, you're using white.
Just a little bit of white here. We're going to go and grab some other colors and do this again and keep blending until we fill the whole background in.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll let you guys kind of get caught up there. We're not rushing. If you need me to slow down or repeat, just put them in the comments and Mark will tell me to slow down.
Yes, and in the same event, if you are finished or you think you're finished and you're ready to go to the next step, then you also hail me and let me know I'm good, thumbs up, heart, or I'm done, or I'm ready.
Exactly.
And we'll gauge how everybody's doing together, and then we'll move on. And don't worry, we are going to repeat the steps over and over. So if you're not caught up all the way, don't worry, just keep going.
Yeah. That's fine.
Now, Novita Lowenstein says, I'm painting on paper.
Okay.
Instead of canvas.
That's fine.
Yes, it is fine.
Yeah, absolutely. We've gotten people doing colored pencils. We've gotten watercolors. We've gotten paper. We've gotten markers. We've gotten digital painting.
Yeah, so, really, digital painting. Somebody did a digital painting while she was instructing.
Totally fine.
And sent the picture, and it was amazing.
Whatever is your choice of medium that you want to use, that's fine.
Right. She has here mixed medium. Mixed media. Mixed media.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right? It's all about you expressing yourself whatever way you desire, whatever way you want.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's why we ask you to send in pictures of your
love
final
seeing,
work.
I love seeing pictures. All right. How are we feeling, guys?
Everybody's still busy.
Okay. I'm going to, because we want to try to not let that background dry too much.
Yeah.
Okay. I still have not rinsed or dried my brush at all, just kind of leaving it.
Okay.
I want to grab a couple more little areas of some darker color. So I want to make a purple. If you don't have purple, again, you can make it on your plate. Just a tiny bit of red, tiny bit of blue. Tiny bit of red, tiny bit of blue.
Just a tiny bit of both.
Yeah, because you don't need a whole lot. We just need a little bit of that color, and then we're going to go back over it with white anyway. So.
Okay.
So I'm just making a little bit of purple.
Cinder says, how did the toothpaste work out for someone last night?
I would love to know. I don't remember who that was. But somebody used toothpaste because they didn't have white paint. Or somebody suggested it, I should say.
Yeah, but they said they were using it.
Yeah.
Who was that last night? Oh, no, that wasn't last night. That was this morning, wasn't it?
No, it was last night. It was last night in the, what did we paint last night? The Eiffel Tower?
Yes.
No. Eiffel Tower was early.
No, last night was,
The horse was this morning. No, was the horse last? Guys,
the Eiffel Tower, then the horse was last night. Right, the horse running in the water was last night.
This is our 6th event this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm confused.
Yeah, we had a busy week.
You're going to rinse and dry after you get that purple on there to get that darker color out of that brush. And then again, you're going to go back up with your white and go over and blend the same way we just did.
Yeah, I don't remember who.
I don't remember, but I would love to know because that is just genius if it really worked. I mean, that's so neat.
Right now, Angie Carrillo Lamb says, can you please go back a little?
Go back a little? Okay, so we did, the first color we did was
orange.
The orange. So after you do your orange strokes, you're going to grab white and just go over those orange with white. And then we rinsed and dried. And then we did either pink or you can use a corner of red, corner of white to kind of make a pink area. And we did the same thing. You just go back into your white and blend over your white. And then when your colors come up next to one another, you're just going to grab that white and blend into each of the colors.
Just like she's doing right now.
Yep.
And that's without rinsing and drying your brush. You're going to just get the white and put it in there and blend all of the colors together.
Right. So I rinsed and dried after I got that dark purple on there.
Right.
Because you want that dark color off of your brush before you start blending.
Oh, okay. But in the beginning, you started with the orange.
Right.
Then you used the red, corner of red and corner of white.
Right.
And then you made a purple.
Yep.
And that's where we are right now, Angie.
Yep. And again, if you want darker, if you want lighter, you can keep playing with this and adding color to it. This is all about what you like. So your painting is not going to look like mine.
Right.
My painting is not going to look like mine. You're going to know it's the same painting, but it's not going to be the same.
That's the fun of this whole thing.
Yeah. Again, if you're getting like those hard lines next to the color,
yeah,
you can grab just a little bit more white, and if you need to, go back to this. Let's say go back to that orange color. If I'm starting to get like purple in here and it's stuck in there,
right?
Grab a little bit of white and a little bit of that color that you were next to, so you can blend that into your purple. Because what happens is if we're not running through it quick enough, it dries and then you can't blend it.
Oh, okay. So that's why your wrist is moving so fast.
Yeah. When we're blending, sometimes you just have to try and go a little quicker.
Okay.
But we're not trying to rush anybody. It's just part of the technique.
Right, because they can see how you're blending these colors. And you're basically using white to stretch them all across.
Yep. We're using white to get them kind of blended with one another.
Now, Bernadette Miller says, what color to make purple?
Purple is a little blue and a little red.
A little of each?
Yeah, you only need a little tiny bit because that little bit went a long way.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is pretty dark in here.
right. And
for the sand.
You're lightening it. You're lightening it up with white.
So I just kind of, if I want it lighter, we're just going to go back over with some white.
Okay, that's what you're doing.
Yeah. I do want to get some lighter colors and some greens down here, but let's let everybody sort of get caught up to that part. If you guys give us some thumbs up so we know that we're ready.
Yes.
I don't want to leave everybody behind.
Yeah, we don't know how the toothpaste worked out, but I guess in the next couple of days we will, because they'll send a picture.
Maybe.
I've got to go back and look at the comments.
Oh, you have to go see who that was. That's really funny.
Yeah, because I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, she said, I don't have white, and somebody suggested toothpaste. That's great.
Was it last
I don't know, but I think that's just so smart.
Yeah.
Of course, it's got to be white toothpaste.
Yes. No, wait. Didn't they say they used a pencil?
Right. She said, I got it. I'm using colored pencils.
That's right. She changed her mind and used a colored pencil.
We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to see if it works.
Oh, wow, man. Okay, so Tracy Luby says, I am running out of white, but I'll make it work. Okay, so lots of people are running out of that white.
Yeah.
So then talk about this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When people order their paint,
yes,
what paint should they order the most of? That you know that you're going to be using most
all of your primary colors are going to be the colors that you use for everything. Red, yellow, blue, black, and white. Black goes the farthest, so you'll have the least of that is needed in most cases.
Okay.
White is always a mixer, is always for highlights, is always a blender, so you're always going to want to have more white than anything.
Okay.
I like to try and find flow acrylics. Flow acrylics are not real thick, so you can see the difference on my plate of what I have as flow acrylics and then an artist body or heavy bodied acrylic. That white is real heavy and thick and sticking up. All these others are
running down.
Right, they're flowing. So, but you also don't want it's kind of tricky now because so many companies are making flow acrylics or pouring acrylics. You don't want pouring acrylics because they already have stuff mixed for when you do acrylic pours, which is what this is. So you don't want those paints because then it's too watery and it won't stick to your canvas.
Right.
Or you'll be able to see through it and it's more like a watercolor.
Right, see Tracy's saying, I ordered a way too small kit. He said, that's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah, or if you enjoy doing this, definitely look, I don't know where you guys are located, but Michael's Artist Loft Acrylics, they're usually, I don't know if they're $10. I don't know what the usual price is. Maybe $10 for this bottle. If you enjoy doing this, invest in it. It's just worth it. As opposed to buying
little bottles, little bottles.
I don't know where that last tube is that I used, but I did try and recommend some others like Jerry's Artorama. These are the acrylics that they have. Now they say, it just says acrylic color, but that is this white and it's pretty heavy bodied.
Okay.
I mean, it works. It's just a little bit thicker. So depending on the type of paint you have is also the type of brushes you want to use. So I usually recommend people use a synthetic bristle, which is usually Taclon. That's soft enough to move the paint, but not stiff enough, not as stiff as you would for like oils, which will pull the paint right off your canvas.
Okay.
And then there's other hairs or fibers like camel hair, which is for things like watercolor, which won't be strong enough to get the acrylic on the canvas.
All right.
So some art lessons.
Now, so far we have Julie and Becky are ready. They're done with their sand.
All right. Yeah.
But they're the only ones. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we have a little bit more blending to go for our sand.
Okay. So good. But
we just wanted to get some of that color in there to start. And again, you can keep playing with this. I know. In fact, when I just told Mark before we came down, I'm like, I don't know, I didn't love this painting. when I did it, and it was one of those. This was the one that I kept saying, trust the process, trust the process.
Right.
And after I posted it, you guys loved it. So I'm like, okay. After I took a picture of it, for whatever phenomenon that is, that when you take a photo of your canvas, it looks better than the actual. I don't know what that is, but I loved it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I do really like it. And you guys just kind of all went for it. I think we did like a vote somewhere, and you guys voted that one in. Of course, we've done every other one that I've painted because we're just going nonstop.
Right. Right. Tracy says you should do a llama or a llama corn.
A llama corn.
Yeah.
We have a llama listed now.
A llama corn, yeah.
Somebody
we
suggested
do have
that
llama on the list.
It's on the list, girl. I'm telling you, we have a big list.
Now, Novita says, I have 3 kids that enjoy painting, so we're always stocked up on supplies, so I've been dipping in on their supplies.
There you go. Good.
Lori is ready to go.
Good.
Swetha Moti says, can you please suggest a good paint brand?
Again, listen, I consider myself an artist. You don't need super expensive paints like Grumbacher and Studio 4, whatever they're. I'm using Artist Loft acrylic paint. It's from Michaels. It's their brand. That's all. I mean, it's, I guess I've been painting canvas paintings. I mean, I don't know, 10 years, and every one of them that I've ever done has always been just fine. I've even used the little crafts, those little bottles of craft acrylic paints. Those are a lot more like watery, I would say, more flowy. So you may need a little bit more of those, but in a pinch, I've used those. I mean, I've done lots of detail paintings, so I use a lot of smaller amounts of paint. So those little things work, but yeah, I mean, any kind of acrylic work. The things that you'll want to kind of steer away from if you're working on canvas is, now it just like left my brain, is like the kids paints, like kids craft paint or finger paints or, oh my goodness, I forget the name of the paints that are, I feel like it starts with a P, I don't know. But anyway, so you want to steer away from those type of paints and just stick with your acrylics. They just blend nicer. They'll stick nicer. They'll last longer.
Okay. Now we got a lot of people that are ready to go.
Good deal. All right.
Just a couple of things though. Okay, we have one question here.
Go ahead.
Jerry says, can you provide what the primary colors are? My boyfriend doesn't believe me. Red, yellow, and blue, right? Black and white.
Correct.
To brighten or darken.
Right. That's correct. Every other color can be made by mixing your primaries.
Right. All right. Sandra Barley says, my daughter just became a nurse.
Aww.
I like the nurse hero. She sees the painting in the back behind
We're doing that as part of a Paint It Forward. We are in Somerset County, New Jersey, and we have a mask squad in Somerset County, New Jersey that is making masks for all of our frontline workers and all of our volunteers, fire departments, etc. This will be a private Zoom event. So once you made a $10 donation to the mask squad, we will email you with the Zoom link for that, as well as the sketch to pre-do on your canvas. So we're really excited about that one too.
Now Bernadette Miller says, how do I get the screen bigger? Click on it. I think she's on the front, on the beginning. When she clicks on discussion, you see the first, you see the live feed.
Oh, maybe.
And then you click on the live feed and it gets bigger.
Yeah, see if you can just click on it.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. So let's go back to, we have a little bit more color here. Just a little bit of like a blue color down in that area, and we're going to do a little bit of yellow. So I'm going to mix, so I've rinsed and dried that large flat brush. I'm going to mix a tiny bit of yellow and a tiny bit of blue. Probably a little bit more blue than yellow to get like that turquoisey color.
Okay.
And we're just going to kind of brush a little bit over here in this area. This is almost like the start of our water, so we can blend this down into the water area if we need to.
Okay.
Okay. And again, I do want to rinse and dry the brush to get some of that color off of it. That's a little green, but that's okay. So rinse and dry the brush to get that color off. And use that same technique, grabbing that white and just painting around the edges, kind of going right over it. And then you're going to bring it up into that purple area. And then come all the way down.
Now, there's a question here. It says, so what do I do if I don't have red but need red?
What's it for? Do you have pink?
Jerry doesn't say. Jerry just says, I don't have any red.
Yeah, red is the primary color, so you can't really make it. If you have maybe purple or pink, you can go with that. Otherwise, you're not going to have your red tones in your painting.
Right. Now, Tracy says, you're moving a bit slow.
I know.
That's the first time.
I know. It's so hard to please that many people with kind of keeping up.
Yeah,
so,
well, we can speed it up because we can repeat the steps.
Okay, so we did our kind of turquoisey green color. Grab your white, blend over it. I'm gonna rinse and dry.
Now Sandra says, "I'd like to do it. I'll gladly donate if I have the info."
Yeah. All of our events are in our event list, and we can go over those later. All right, let's do a little bit more, kind of that, maybe a yellow. Let's get some yellow highlights in there. We're going to use that same technique. I want to throw a couple of like yellow strokes in here. Mine has a little bit of orange in there, but you can go wherever you want to with this. A little down here. And then you're just going into white. I'm not going to rinse and dry because it's not really a dark color. And then again, we're just blending right to left, horizontal lines.
Okay.
Let's bring some of that color over here, I think.
That's the yellow, right?
Yeah, that's the yellow. It's kind of turning into like a little bit of a green and orange color, but that's all right. Get a little bit up here. Grab those edges if you remember. And then your sand at this point, if you have any spots missing, fill those in because we're going to move on to our water next.
Now, for Bernadette Miller, if you want to get the screen bigger, the suggestion from Cheryl was like, if you swipe the comments to the side, the whole screen comes closer to you.
Yeah, can you turn your device maybe? I don't know what you're watching on.
Right, what are we watching on? That's right.
I mean, maybe if you turn your device sideways, you can get it a little bit bigger. That might help. I am rinsing and drying. I have a couple, I feel like I have like a couple of little, if you have some areas on the canvas that looks like the canvas is like peeking through, like it's dry, I'm just dipping my brush in a little bit of water. And that kind of, if you brush over it, it sort of helps fill in all those little gaps.
Okay.
Just because your paint dries and it sort of looks like the canvas is peeking through in some areas.
Oh, so you don't have paint. It looks like the canvas is no paint on it?
Right.
Oh.
All right. Rinsing and drying. Rinsing and drying.
Rinsing and drying your brush.
We are going to switch to the other brush.
Which brush is that?
We're going to switch to the round brush. Like
the
this.
smaller brush.
Yep. Yep.
Tracy says, I projected my phone to my TV. It helps a ton.
Holy moly, that's a great idea. Yeah, you can like screen share your phone, especially if you have an Apple. I'm sure you can do it on Android too, but you can screen share if you have a TV that has that like Apple TV or something like that, like a smart TV.
Cheryl says, how did you make the green?
The green ended up kind of the green is blue and yellow.
Right.
But when I went back over with my with my yellow, because I wanted to do some yellow strokes, it just turned into more green.
Okay, and you left it like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yep. We're going to start our water. So we're going to rinse and dry this brush. Now, for this area, because it's lots of dots and dabbing, you may need more paint than usual, so you may just have to add to your palette if you need to.
Okay.
If not, don't worry.
Wait till you need to and then add more.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with just blue first, okay? We want all of our kind of brushes, or all of our brush strokes to be in, I don't know how, like in the same area or in the same line.
Or be going in the same direction?
Yes, thank you. I don't know why I can't speak tonight. Not, you don't want brush strokes going like that. You want them all going
like that.
Right.
Do that a little slower so that they can see. You're just going to have all the same type. You're just pressing on the canvas?
I'm just pressing on the canvas.
Okay.
Now, we're going to do like a couple of lines of this color blue, and then we'll go to a different color blue.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start with some regular blue. Let's kind of make our horizon or the edge of our water. Let's start with that so you have a guide.
All right, and you want these strokes to all go in the same way, the same direction.
Right. And you can make your water as high up as you want to. It's up to you.
And that's what you're beginning now. You're making the boundaries of your water.
Right. So this is kind of our, the edge of the water, so to speak. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to put a couple of lines of that blue color. And we are just going to overlap as we go. So blue, darker blue. It's almost like waves of color that are in there, Your ocean isn't really quite all the same color. You got suns reflecting. Depends on what, tropical island you're on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Jersey Shore brown.
And that's all you're doing now.
I'm just
doing those little dabs.
I'm just pressing my brush onto the canvas and sort of spreading the bristles of my brush out.
Oh, wow. Do that again. Nice and slowly.
So I'm just
pressing and spreading the bristles.
And then
letting it go.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry if I'm going like too fast.
Somebody said you were going too slow.
I know. Well, listen, I'll get some paint on the canvas and get this going, and then I can talk about some upcoming events while you guys fill in.
Yes.
That's
and
all.
You can get a sip.
I'll get a sip. It was a long weekend, guys.
Yeah, it was a long weekend. We had a doubleheader weekend. Okay,
Triple.
We did 2.
Because we did 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, and 2 today.
That's right. So we had a very busy weekend, and before that, we had a busy week.
Yes, we did. I am going to rinse and dry after that blue color.
But it was all worth it. We met a lot of new people.
I have saved hundreds now of your photos that you guys have sent in from the past 6 events that we did.
Really good paintings.
I love it. Love it.
You starting a community of artists.
I love seeing that.
And it's spreading out all over the country. We had somebody from Spain join us.
Yeah. She painted the Eiffel Tower, I think, with us.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And we always get our Canadians.
We love our Canadian neighbors.
Yeah, I want to go to Canada.
I know. We'll get there.
All right.
I'm just going to make that, another color blue. We're going to make that like kind of that teal or aqua blue color. And we're going to do the same thing.
All right, but you mix to make that color?
Yep. So that teal aqua blue color again is that regular blue and some yellow. So you get that aqua blue color going on in there.
So you mix the blue and the yellow.
Blue and yellow.
And now you're just placing it in the areas where you didn't make
another
dabs.
Row. You're going to overlap those blues and you're going to make more different shades of that blue.
Okay, so it's all right to touch.
Yep, you want to overlap. It's okay.
Okay.
We're just going to keep overlapping.
All right, just trust the process.
Right, this is when you trust the process.
All right, because you're not done yet.
No. I know. Even when I was doing the painting originally, I was like, I don't know about this one, guys.
Yeah,
but now that I've seen it,
you got it done, and then people seen it, and then they said, "Yes, this is the one we want to do," and now you're doing it.
That is true.
Yeah. See now, Deanna says, make sure you go to British Columbia, Canada.
Oh, I know.
Beautiful.
I know. So I was with the company Steep Tea for a little over a year.
Right.
And I love the company. I love it's a direct sales, and it's in Canada. They're based out of Canada. They were on Dragon's Den. It's a great little company. I love, I got to be close with the founder, Tanya, and her husband, and I just couldn't keep up with doing both businesses.
Right, Steep Tea.
Yeah. So if you guys love tea and you haven't heard of Steep Tea, look it up. If you need help connecting with somebody, I'll help you connect with somebody either in Canada or in the States, because United States consultants cannot sell to Canadian people and vice versa.
Right.
So, but we have contacts. I have contacts in both Canada and here. But they're from Canada. And I kept saying, I'll just come out and work for you in Canada. How about that?
Yeah, we thought about it.
I did.
She was doing pretty good with the Steep Tea.
I did.
Going out
it
there
was
selling it.
So crazy.
Going
so
to
crazy.
fairs and
I'm a hustler. Like I love like having, trying to have multiple streams of income. I work full time. I do this. I was trying to do, another little side hustle. I really thought paint and tea parties would be great together, and we did that for quite a while, where we painted mugs like teacups, and we sipped teas, and you tried different teas. I enjoyed doing that. It was just far too much work to do both
at the same time, right?
And I kind of just said I have to step away.
Eric Lucas said, "How did you make tea?"
It was
she would make it.
Yeah. So I mean, so Steep Tea is all loose leaf teas.
Right.
So I would make some things ahead of time, and then at the party or at the event, I would teach you how to make teas with our loose leaf teas. We had
not just tea.
Yeah, so we did like tipsy teas where you could steep your tea in your wine, or you can steep your tea leaves in your seltzer, or we made tea tails. So we were called mixologists. So we were able to blend all different tea flavors. My favorite is still today Lala lavender tea and limoncello tea together with coconut rum. The best.
Okay. Yeah, that's what she was doing for a while there.
It was great.
She was incorporating the painting with the tea.
We were. It was just so much to keep up on for myself. I needed to focus 100% on this because this is my bigger passion. So
absolutely.
Love the company though. So if anybody needs a side hustle, I'll be more than happy to recommend you to them somewhere. We have lots of contacts.
It was fun.
All right. So after you've got your blue and then your kind of teal blue, we're gonna go to white.
Yeah. Eric says, "How did you?" Oh no. You know what? I'm asking you, how did you make the tea? Mm-hmm. And he's saying, how did you make the teal? How did you make the teal?
Babe.
Yeah, I'm tired too. What can I say? I'm tired.
Sorry. The teal is blue and yellow mixed. Probably more blue than yellow. Oh my goodness.
I got Eric saying, how did you make the tea?
Sorry, Eric. Oh goodness. All right, so we're then just going to Rascal. You are an inch away from my foot. I'm going to step on you today.
Rascal said, go ahead and step, baby. Step on me. He said, I'm going to lean on your foot.
Poor puppy. Okay. So I'm just going to white now. We are going to just start kind of overlapping any areas that don't have color in them.
Okay.
And you're going to end up kind of blending those two colors, making
the teal
lighter
and
versions.
The blue.
Yep, get those edges while you can.
Okay.
And again, I just keep going into.
And you're just doing those dabs again.
That's it. That is
and that's the only way you're blending is by doing the dab. You're not doing
just overlapping those colors will blend those colors.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's still doing their thing right now.
Yeah, you can play
They're
with
dabbing
this.
right now.
You can play with this forever, I think.
You know, some people might just be finishing up their sand and are just making the border of their water. And you use blue to make the border of the water, right? The first
I
few
did,
dabs.
but we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back over and add some like splashes of water, like waves and stuff.
Okay.
So, this all depends on how dark you want it. So that's really light compared to this.
Right.
So you can just keep going over it with white if you want to keep going over it with white to keep making it lighter.
Okay.
You can still do that. And it looks like I did a couple of like light lime green areas, so we can add some of that color in here as well.
Okay.
You wanted this to be like a textured area, so make it look like it's kind of moving and rolling up on the sand.
Well, while everybody's putting in their dabs for the water, and hopefully they done finished their sand, I'm going to read off a couple of our next events. Okay, the next event that we're going to be doing, because we're going to be off for a couple of days, because she definitely needs the rest. When we come back, the next thing we're going to be doing is on Thursday, May 28th. We're doing a paint and meditate.
Yes.
On Zoom with psychic medium Nikki Stewart.
Yes.
And that's going to be a pay event. It's $10.
Yep. You will just find some information in the event. If you have questions about it, just send us a message and I will help answer those questions for you.
Now Tracy says, I'm dabbing without any more white. My husband said it is artistic expression.
That's right.
And she says, next time I will buy more white.
I do want to put a little bit of, while you're still painting, I want to do a little bit of purple in here.
Really?
So it's a little bit of blue, a little bit of red.
All right, a little bit of blue, a little bit of red. You're going to make some purple. You're going to dab some purple in there?
Just a little bit down here where it's kind of like the darker area of your ocean.
Okay, so down the darker, in the corner, the darker area of your ocean.
Yep.
You're going to put a little purple.
A little purple down there. Again, you can keep layering and layering and layering with this. Mm-hmm. So you do it until your heart's content.
Yeah, now, Deanna says, can we see the painting up close?
Yeah.
You're going to bring it up to the...
Sure.
Thank you. Because we didn't get our camera yet, so when we get our camera, I'll be able to pan, left, right, and I'll be able to zoom in,
Close enough?
I'll see right in 1 second. It looks like it's close enough.
Can you see it?
Right. Yeah. Yes, I can see it very good.
Okay.
Yeah, you see all of those dabs on the bottom?
Rascal. I'm gonna step on you, buddy.
Yeah, I can't wait to get our camera so I can just zoom in for them.
I really can't.
I'll zoom in right on your hand so they can see exactly how you're doing those strokes.
All right.
All right, so while everybody's finishing up, just let us know that you're caught up, that you finished dabbing your seed, that your sand is already done. Okay, and while we're waiting for you to acknowledge us with that, next weekend is not going to be a doubleheader weekend like we did this weekend. Okay, next weekend is going to be one event for each day. Starting with Friday, May 29th at 7 p.m. We're going to be doing the platform 9 3/4 from Harry Potter. That's Friday, the nighttime at 7 p.m.
Do we have any Harry Potter fans here?
Of course we do.
That is this one.
That's going to be next weekend, Friday. That's the first one we're starting off with. That's after the pay event, which we will be doing on Thursday.
And 3 people who are joining us live.
Yeah.
After you check in, I have 3 Harry Potter mugs that are etched with the Harry Potter glasses and the signature like lightning bolt.
Okay, you got 3 of those?
There's 3 of these that will go out to winners.
How are they going to win? What do they win?
You have to check in and paint with us live.
Okay.
And then I'll just pull 3 winners, or I'll do like a spin a wheel thing the next day.
Okay.
But you have to be painting live with us.
All right. That's cool. All right. Anya's got the thumbs up. I see that.
Good deal.
All right. She's the first one.
So again, I added that little bit of purple down here. If you do want to mix and do that lighter green color,
right?
Again, it's just a little tiny bit of blue and yellow.
Okay.
And I added just a little bit of white, just for another color variation in there if you want.
All right. So now you're putting that combination of blue and yellow.
Yep, it's that light lime green color.
Okay. Now we're going to finish off our weekend next weekend. Saturday and Sunday. Okay, that's Saturday, May 30th, is a 1 o'clock start. That's going to be Kaylee's Mermaid Tale.
This guy.
Okay, that's next Saturday at 1 p.m. We'll be doing that Mermaid Tale for Kaylee. This person who just celebrated a birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then that's Sunday, the 31st. That'll be the 3 p.m. start. It'll be the ice cream cone. That's going to be Ice Cream Sunday next Sunday. All right, because I'm going to go to the Gabriella's and get her some ice cream. And instead of her having something to drink, she's going to have some ice cream sitting there while she's painting. So she's going to have to paint and eat ice cream at the same time. Don't let it melt. So we'll see how that works out next Sunday. That's the 31st, last day of May, next weekend.
Yes.
That rounds out our events for next weekend. Won't be a double header weekend. It'll just be a single session weekend.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Okay, Alana says, I'm loving my painting so far.
Yes, I love hearing those things even before we're done.
Yes,
thank you.
I
didn't quite take my water up quite as high as I probably could have, but you know, again, it's whatever you're comfortable with. There's no rules. There is no rules in painting.
Okay, so we're about ready to go to the next step.
I think so. What do you guys think?
We're at the 1 hour mark, so I'm just giving you a check-in. We're at the 1 hour mark.
Come on, I'm gonna step on you.
No, Rascal says he's protesting. I keep telling you this, but you don't get it.
Under my feet. I'm gonna step on him.
I keep telling you, but you don't get it. Rascal does not like you painting. Okay, he wants you all to himself. And he's protesting right now. He says, "Look, weren't you just painting earlier?
Yes.
We were down here, and I slept through it, and
yes, he did.
I was good. And then I figured I got you for the evening, and then you come back down here again, and you turn the lights on, and Mark sits down in the chair, and next thing you know, you're at it again. So now he says, I'm just going to plop myself right here between your feet in front of this easel, and we're going to stop this."
All right, here we go. So the next thing we're going to do is our heart in the sand. That can be anywhere. You can add things to this, like your initials. You can add, the year you can put in your heart. But I'm going to start with orange, the orange that we were using earlier. We're going to kind of do like a broken line. So it's sort of like a dotted line to start, just to give yourself kind of a guide to start. So again, I don't know. Make it however you feel comfortable. I'm kind of like a loose grip, letting my brush do the work for me. Okay, so I'm just kind of.
You're talking about making the heart.
Yeah, I'm just making the heart for now. You can make this as big as you want. I know you probably can't see mine. I'm sort of doing that slightly broken line. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be covered anyway. But
now, Jody Golden says, I got home late.
Hi, Jody.
Maybe I try it on.
Yeah, later.
Right. Now, the video will be posted as soon as we finish the event. Yep. That's what we do for every time we do a session. We save the video and we share it. Correct. And then you just come back to that event and click on that event and then click on the discussion and the video should pop up.
Yepper. Okay. And then what we're going to do is with the black, almost go over that. And again, this could be like that broken line. It doesn't have to be a straight line, a full solid line. I'm rinsing and drying that brush, getting it to a point.
Yes.
And then just kind of keep going around that orange that we just put on there. And again, this doesn't have to be super neat because we're going to sort of mess it up because we want sand around it.
Oh, okay. So you're going to mess it up?
A little bit. And I want to do the same thing with white and kind of do that broken line area of white around it too.
Okay. Now, Anya's saying, on which day are you going to be doing the art palette? We haven't chosen. We haven't
didn't
picked
choose
the day
it yet,
yet.
sweetie.
We'll let you know first
Yeah.
before anything happens, Anya. You will know everything, all the details before we even post it. And then she says, "Can you show it one more time? I really liked it."
Aw, good. Ta-da!
And I told her I told her not to forget the gradient background.
All right.
What the hell?
What's the matter?
I clicked and I lost the page.
Oh.
No, I'm coming back. You're still on. You're still doing your thing.
Yeah, what you do on the computer has nothing to do with what I'm
Right,
live
thank
for.
God. Because I'm reading the comments and I clicked on something and then all of a sudden I just lost everything.
My goodness. All right. So we did kind of a broken outline of our orange. Sort of went over that or did another little line of black. And then I did another broken line. I almost went on both sides of this with white.
Okay.
And they're just kind of broken lines. It's not like a full solid line all the way around.
What color did you use to do the heart?
I started with orange. And then I rinsed and dried and went to black. And then I rinsed and dried and did white. So it was a orange first, black kind of in the center of that orange, and then white on the either side of that orange.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It doesn't really quite matter. We're gonna sort of mess it up a little bit anyway. We're gonna fluff and stipple.
You're gonna fluff and stipple. Okay, we're gonna find out what that means. Okay, Cinder says, can you just please, one more time, repeat the steps for the heart, please?
Yep. So the first thing we did was our orange. We used that orange color that we used for the background.
Right, to shape the heart.
Right. And it's just a kind of a dotted orange. I don't have quite a solid line all the way around.
Oh, okay.
If you want to do it a solid line, you can. Okay, once you have your orange, you rinse and dry. And then you're going to go to black. Just the tip of that brush, and I almost went in like the center of that orange line that I did.
Uh-huh.
So again, it's sort of a broken line. It's not quite a full solid line. Rinse and dried, and then you're going to do white broken lines on either side of your heart, both sides.
Okay.
Now again, we're going to sort of play with that a little bit too. So. And this is where you can be creative. Make your initials in the sand if you want to. You can do 2020. How about that? I'll put 2020 in my heart.
Okay.
So I'll go over those steps again. So the first thing is that orange color.
Orange color.
2 0 2 0. Rinse and dry. Dry. Get it to a point. Getting paint down myself.
Right, so now you rinsed and dried, and
dried.
you're getting the brush to a point.
Right, and then just a little bit of black at a time.
A little bit of black.
Yeah.
So you're going to touch lightly.
So I'm almost going on in the middle of that orange color.
In the middle of the orange.
Yeah, because I'm using a lighter touch.
Yes,
less
light
paint.
touch.
Rinse and dry again. And then go to white. And then white is on either side of that orange color. And sort of like broken lines.
Okay.
If you pick up orange or you pick up some black, just kind of wipe it off and keep going.
Yeah, you know what? You might have to bring that up to the screen because I can't see it from here. I can see it here sitting in the room with you, but I'm looking on the screen and I'm
It's
like,
hard
no,
to see on
I
the
don't
screen.
see the white.
Yeah. It's really kind of an illusion, really. You know, like when you
Right.
look at it
It's
up
dimensional,
front,
something like
yeah,
that.
when you look at it up close, then you may not see it. Rascal.
Rascal's chilling.
He is not moving.
He
One
said this is-
iota. One fur hair. Alright, let's see how close we can get.
All right, you're coming up to the screen now. And Still not close enough. Closer. Yeah, that's better. You can see it. Yeah, now you can see it. Yeah, you see those lines? Really how you took the black and went inside the orange?
Yeah. I know, it's really sort of an illusion, guys. So.
Okay. And then you took the black. Yeah, you can see it much better now.
Okay.
Thank
you. You're welcome. Step over the dog.
Rascal says, this is spot right now. He says, I'll get up when you're finished.
Yeah, sure.
That's when he'll wake up and come alive.
Yeah. All right. So the very last thing we need to do on this heart, whoops. We're going to rinse and dry. We're going to go to that larger flat brush again.
You're going to rinse and dry it?
Rinse and dry this large flat brush. We want it to be really dry. So we sort of want to like fluff the bristles and kind of spread them out a little bit. We don't want like a nice perfect little line on there.
Okay. How do you do that?
Let me move this closer so I don't have
How do you do this fluff the bristles?
So I've been kind of like playing with it where you just sort of spread them out. You can do it on your paper towel, the center of your hand. You just want sort of like messy bristles.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to start with that orange color again. I'm just dipping the tip of the brush, just the tip of the bristles in that orange color.
Right.
And we're going to sort of go around in a couple of different areas. Some on the outside of the heart, some on the inside of the heart. This is sort of the sand that gets messed up and pulled around the outside, right? When you do like a design in the sand, it kind of piles up on the outside of it.
Okay.
That's what this is. So we want some on the outside, some on the inside.
So like what are you doing there? It's like you're tapping it?
Or? I'm sorry, yes. So we're stippling. So you're just tapping the bristles right to the canvas.
And that's after you fluffed them all up with your hand.
After we fluffed them up.
All right, you mashed them with your hand, and then you put it inside the orange paint, and then you put it up there on the canvas. You're just tapping it.
Yep.
You're tapping by the numbers?
I'm tapping by the numbers too, because there's sand that's going to get a little piled up over here too.
Okay, and that's called stippling?
This is called stippling.
Okay.
We're going to do the
so you're just tapping and stippling.
Yep, just tapping the bristles right to the canvas. Instead of wiping it, tapping, just stabbing your canvas is stippling.
See, I wish I had my camera so I could just zoom in on you doing this.
All right, so we're going to be very gentle. So I want you to do this with some of the black as well. Black is tricky. Too much, too fast. Ready?
Okay.
So I want you to barely touch those bristles in that black. And on another area of your plate, I want you to take it off.
Oh.
So
repeat that.
So after you touch your bristles in the black, put it on your plate and get it off.
Okay. And then what?
Take as much off as you can, because you almost want, this is called dry brush. You almost want a dry brush. We're going to lightly touch the canvas and do the same thing.
Stippling?
Yep.
Excuse me.
Some on the inside of that heart, some on the outside of that heart.
With black.
With the black. We're gonna.
Oh, I see it. I can see it from here.
Right. So it kind of starts to give that a little bit of dimension instead of just a line in the sand. It's the shadow of the sand that's been piled up.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna rinse and dry.
You rinsed and dry.
We are gonna rinse and dry.
And you're still going to do this with the black?
We're gonna do this with white now.
Oh, okay. So now you're going to fluff up your brush again?
Fluff up the brush again.
All right. No, I'm just repeating these steps so that people remember so they can do it themselves.
Fluff the brush.
Yeah, see, you just push it in your hand like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like, I don't have like a Bob Ross thing to go.
Right.
That's how he used to clean his brushes.
Right.
He used to make a mess. And that was his favorite part too. All right, we're going to do the same with the white. Tiny bit on the brush at a time.
Tiny bit on the brush at a time, but you're not going to tap that on the plate?
No, you don't have to take too much of this off.
Okay.
I mean, you can to get some of it off if you have too much on there. Again, so we're just going to, you can kind of go over some of those orange areas if you want.
Okay.
Some on the outside, some on the inside. You can
just
even
poking again. You're just tapping.
Yep, just tapping.
Some on the outside, some on the inside.
I'm even going over some of that black line that we put on there.
You're stippling again.
That's it.
Okay.
we're going to do the same thing, the same stippling technique with the white right over the edge of our water. So we're just going to go to that white, grab some paint. You can use a little bit more than you were before because you need to kind of make that a little heavier. So just that flat brush in the white, and again, we're just tapping on the canvas. Tap, 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 right to the canvas, right along the edge of that water line that you made. You're going to pull some of those blues up, that's okay. Just keep going back into more white and let it kind of wash up on the ocean, wash up on the sand. Tapping in there. Sometimes you need a little bit, a little heavier coat of white because the blue is still wet. But that's all. Still just tapping that on our ocean. You can take this out as far as you want. If you have too much blue on your brush, you want to rinse and dry and start over again, you can. So you can also put some more waves in your ocean. Hi, buddy. Hi.
It looks nice already.
It looks nice already. Thank you. All right, so I'm still using that flat brush. I wanted to kind of take this area up a little bit more, so I'm going to just kind of fill it in with lots of foam where our ocean kind of went up on the sand. That all filled in up there. Again, you can do this until your heart's content. You can go over the entire ocean with this if you want to. It's all about what you like.
We almost went
Pretty much, you're almost there. We are almost there, guys.
I like that color.
Thank you.
The colors.
I'm going to use that same stippling technique, sticking with that white. We are going to do some of that in the ocean too.
Okay.
So we get some extra textures of white in there. Again, you're probably going to pull some other colors out of there. Just grab some more white. It's going to take a while for this canvas to dry.
Okay.
Same technique. Just kind of tap that in there. Tap it in there over here. And some over here. You can add whatever else you want to in your sands. Want to add a couple little seashells in there, you can. You can add a little crab in there if you want to.
Okay.
Oh, Rascal
Hey.
moved. Thanks.
He farted.
Thanks, Adrian. Thanks, Rascal.
Rascal said, "What? Wait, you're not done?"
Rascal.
We're getting
I'll come
there.
down and pet you. Don't worry. He's a little nervous today. He knows we're leaving tomorrow.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Hey, bud. There's an ant on the floor.
Okay, so get it.
Ow.
Kill it.
An ant? Okay.
Smear it in the
He's
carpet.
fine.
That's it.
You'll vacuum it later.
Absolutely.
I'll steam clean the carpet.
Do you guys have any questions about what else you need to do? What else is needed? Any technique ideas or issues? Just let us know. I think I'm going to try and put a little seashell in my sand over here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's still finishing up their paintings.
Yeah, it's
I
hard
think
to
that
see.
the majority of them are stippling.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Aiden, why don't you go upstairs, please? With the puppy.
I don't think he's gonna follow him.
He wants
Nope.
to stay downstairs.
He's gonna stay right there by his
I
mommy.
know.
He's not going
I
upstairs.
tried.
The only way he would go upstairs following Aiden is if Aiden had a hunk of meat in his head.
Aiden, why don't you take your shower, please?
If he had a hunk of meat in his hand and he says,
Maybe.
"Hey,"
Maybe.
then Rascal wouldn't know who you are.
Yeah, I think he went up to like eat and then he came right back down. I don't even know if that looks like a skull, not a shell. Oh my.
Sandra says, my heart is too black.
Let it dry. Once you let it dry, then you can just use that stippling technique over it
Okay.
with the orange and the white.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Yep, listen, there's always ways to fix.
Karen Duva says, so much fun. Thank you for doing this.
You're very welcome.
And I will see you next
Anytime.
weekend.
Yes, you will. We will be here.
Yeah, well, don't be a stranger. Just please send us a picture of your painting.
Yes. So before you guys kind of
before you start checking out on us,
make sure we'll put up kind of a little reminder and a thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Yes.
You can post your pictures right to that.
Okay, when you send a thank you.
Yep, I'll put as soon as I upload the video, I just want the video to upload. Once it's uploaded, I'll get on quick and I'll just put our thank you. I'll repeat our Venmo, PayPal thing for you if you chose to do a tip, and then you can just post your pictures right there.
Okay, that's what's up, and then that way we get the pictures faster.
I save everybody's pictures, and then in a couple of days I'll go back to all of the photos, kind of crop them, move them. We'll put them in a slideshow, and then we'll upload them into a photo album too, so that you can always share it. Again, if we appreciate donations, we appreciate tips. We also appreciate, if you can't afford to do that, we understand. A recommendation or a share of our page is just as good. We appreciate those. We love seeing recommendations. We love seeing your photos that you're happy with your masterpiece, and that's just as good for me.
Yes, absolutely. So how's everybody doing? We hope
I know. How you guys doing? I know I didn't want to go too fast. How are you? Everybody okay?
It wasn't bad. We were at the hour and 22-minute mark.
Good.
Not bad. Almost, just about.
Yeah.
We're waiting for people to finish up.
Wait, you have to put your name.
That's
Oh,
right. They
yeah,
gotta
you're
put their
right.
name and,
You have to
Sign and put your name.
sign your name. Oh my gosh, Aiden, good
She
point.
already put the year.
Thank you,
and everything.
Aiden.
Good
Thank you.
point.
You're welcome.
Be sure you add your
That's
initials.
why I always come down here at
Always.
like the last couple seconds.
To remind me.
Right now, Lisa says, struggling with the heart.
Shirley, I know. Honestly, this was my problem too. So, if it's too, is this the same person that was too dark? You said. So.
No.
Sometimes I really say, like, you may have to just step away from it, because looking at it up close, you don't see the effect.
Right.
When you step away from it, walk away from it for a minute, and kind of look at it from afar, you get the effect.
Made the heart, and then she's stippling around the heart.
Yes. I know.
Now Cinder says, has Rascal stolen any steak or pizza lately? No.
No, just those 2 times. He
Just
stole,
those 2 times. That was his
stole
protest.
the steak and stole the pizza.
That was his protest.
He made a mess on top of that, yeah.
On the floor.
Dragged it all over the floor.
Disgusting.
Yes, Mary Jane Concepcion says great time.
Good. Yep. Be sure to put your initials on there somewhere.
Tracy said, I sent the tip Venmo, and I
Thank you,
hope
love.
you guys got it. I will be back for another one soon.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
Carol says, see ya.
You still didn't do your name.
I did.
Anya says, thank you
now
and
I
see
see
you soon.
Bye. We will
Nobita
post-
says, thank you so much.
We will post that art palette.
Yes,
I'll get it done tonight. I'll post it.
we'll
here
let
tonight.
you know about the art palette before we post it. We'll send you a message or something.
I have to look at the calendar.
Yes. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight.
We appreciate it. Yeah.
And keep in mind, our next virtual painting event will be next Friday. Our next free one will be next Friday, May the 28th at 7 p.m. That's platform 9 3/4 from Harry Potter. And then we got one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So just check the event list, and then if you want to join us, we'll see you right here next time.
We've got lots, so go through that event list. We didn't go over all the upcoming events, but
No, we
that
did
event
it.
list.
Go to the event list, absolutely, just like
There
she's saying.
is dragonflies coming up. There's a tree for autism. There is the
Rubber Dub Dub, Pup in a Tub.
There is the
that's a family fire truck.
the fire truck we have. I have not
you
yet.
You hear Rascal? He's like, get off.
We haven't
just-
posted
He's
the
tired.
seahorse yet. We have the English tea garden. We didn't do the sea turtle yet. So we have tons to do and all of your suggestions. So we'll get there. We'll keep doing this at some point, somehow, somewhere.
And we'll get
Look
our
at that.
camera, and we'll be able to zoom in and
So
move
in.
left and move right. It's gonna be so much fun. We get the audio troubles taken care of.
I
We won't
hope
be
so.
doing it from the phone anymore, running out of power. We're gonna be all right. Right, Cindy
Very
says
good.
thanks again.
You're
And
welcome.
don't
love.
forget to think about the When Pigs Fly theme.
I know. She write that one down too.
When Pigs Fly.
Yeah. She messaged me about that. I think that's a cute idea too.
Okay.
All right.
Got it. Yep.
Very
Sherilyn Godfrey says thank you.
You're welcome.
Audrey
Sherilyn.
says thank you. Beverly Ann
Welcome.
says thanks for a nice evening.
Aw, you're
It's
welcome,
all
guys.
our pleasure. It's our pleasure to do this for
Absolutely.
you guys.
Absolutely.
Everybody from all over the country, from Canada. It's just
Is there any people
it's
from Pennsylvania?
Yep.
yes. We got people from Pennsylvania,
That's where we're going.
neighbors in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yes, it's this has been the best part of being in quarantine,
It has. It
having
has.
to stay in the house.
It has. I was on the go. We were going and doing a party probably once a week, if not twice a week.
Right.
And then I volunteer and do other things on top of that. So we were probably out of the house 4 days a week. It was a lot. And I think it was, the universe's way of saying, you need to slow down. And I sort of did. But then we came to kind of doing this because I was a little distraught at first over 4 months worth of events being canceled on us.
Yeah.
And one of them the sea turtle, the sold out sea turtle was 50 people for Maggiano. So if you're in New Jersey, we are the painter for Maggiano's in Bridgewater and Hackensack.
Right.
So Bridgewater Hackensack had the sea turtle ready to go. It was sold out with 50 people, and they canceled it as we were loading the car to go.
Absolutely.
So that was a bummer. So it's been tough, but we are making it through. But we just wanted to continue to, we decided to do our first free live event, and I never anticipated the outcome and the outpouring of
response.
love and So
The appreciation for it.
you know what? Our mental health is more important than what's in the bank. That's all.
Absolutely. Always.
So.
It's just like
I know.
And Becky says, thank you so much. My son and I did okay. It was fun, and that's all that matters. And that's
Aw.
the right. She's absolutely
You're
right.
right. You're right.
And please, please, please send us a picture of your paintings. Now, Cinder says, I'll be doing the Moonlight Kitties tomorrow.
Okay.
I was too tired to be creative.
It's okay. I hear you. Guys, if you have kids and you
We
didn't
did the
do
Moonlight Kitties
the-
earlier
If you
today.
didn't do the Moonlight Kitties earlier today, go back and do the Moonlight Kitties. You know what? Not that it's a relatively simple, but it's easy enough for kids to do with you. It's a great mom and me or family painting.
And we already got
And they're
some nice
so
paintings
cute.
from people who did their
All of
Moonlight
the-
Kitties.
I'm telling you,
The kitties rule.
all of them that have come in have been so great so far. There is also a template in there if you do have younger kids and you don't want to go through the, listening to me sketch it. There's a template in there so you can print it and sketch it yourself. But they're really cute. So go back and do those.
Right, see, Bernadette says, thank you so much. I didn't finish, but I will have to go back and watch again.
Aw.
And then Patricia says, thank you. And now I am going to finish up my Moonlight Kitties.
Yay!
The Moonlight Kitties came out so nice.
They really
People
did.
sent their pictures in already. It was awesome.
We love getting
That's
your
my
pictures.
favorite so far. Out of
Mark's
all
favorite.
the paintings, there was some great ones. The gnome was awesome.
Yeah, our gnome.
Okay, the gnomes were awesome.
Yeah, you
My
guys.
favorite
Go
one
back
is
to the events and go look at go back to our events where the gnome is and go look at the gallery that
Yeah.
the people sent in those gnomes. They were awesome. And the Moonlight Kitties. Go look at the Moonlight Kitties. Well, you haven't
I
posted the
didn't
Moonlight
post.
Kitties
Yeah, it's
yet.
gonna be a while.
She's
couple
gonna
days.
make a slideshow of the Moonlight
Yeah.
Kitties. You got to see these kitties.
I mean, but you
Awesome.
guys that have people have posted their pictures on the event, so you can still see what some of them have sent in. They're so great. You guys did such a great job.
They always do a
I
great job.
love it. I love it. That makes me happy.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun doing this.
We do.
Every single time. And we did a doubleheader weekend. We got through it. We did it. Doubleheader weekend,
Whiskey
baby.
in hand, yes.
What time are we leaving in the morning?
Aiden's ready to go to PA.
Mm-hmm.
If we could just go right now, that would be really good.
Yes.
Can I say something, though?
What do you want to say?
Who was the person that was having trouble with the heart?
I don't know.
Oh,
Was it Lisa?
no. No, who was having trouble with the heart?
Well,
here?
what would
Let's
you
go.
like to say?
I'm going to say something to that.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Well,
mine.
Stephanie says, glad I'm not alone on the heart. Okay,
Aw.
so Stephanie
So there's
Barfield.
a few people that were having trouble with the heart. So what would you like to tell them?
And then, hold on, I'm going to find out who the original person was. Right, Lisa. Lisa
He
St.
was right.
Dennis. Lisa St. Dennis was struggling with the heart.
You were right.
So, Lisa, anybody that was struggling with the heart, this is my teacher saying, it does not have to be perfect, but just present, not perfect.
Okay.
There you have
Doesn't
it.
always have to be perfect.
Absolutely correct.
Words of wisdom from
Sometimes not.
11-year-old
Sometimes
Aiden.
I'm not even perfect either.
You're not even.
Yeah, and Sandra's saying, where are the gnomes? I love gnomes.
Yeah.
You got to click on events, right?
So when you go on our page, it depends on what device you're on. So if you're on your phone, you'll see when you come to the Mimosas page, you may have to kind of scroll over a little because I think it says about and photo and posts.
Okay, that's if you're on a phone.
If you're on a phone, you may have to scroll it over a little. It'll say events. So you'll see maybe 5 or 6 upcoming events, and then it'll say past events. Scroll up through those past events. Every one of those events, the video is in there for each of them.
How would they notice the gnomes video or the
It would
gnomes
say gnome.
event? It would say the gnome, right? It was named
It'll
after
say, like,
the gnome.
I think it was free virtual gnome or gnome virtual paint night.
Okay.
But you'll be able to know by the title. Yeah.
And then you can go into that event, and then you'll see a gallery or a slideshow.
You'll see both.
The video.
Well, if you want to see the video, you're just going to go through the discussion. Just scroll through the discussion. The last thing you'll see is probably the slideshow that I post.
Okay,
in
through
that
the
event.
discussion.
Yeah, if it comes up in chronological order, I don't know if that happens. And then you'll see the video, our live feed. It gets posted right to the event, so you can go back into it and do it yourself. There's a sketch if you wanted to print it out and do that ahead of time. You can do that. Otherwise, I did instruct bit by bit how to sketch that out before you paint.
That's right.
So it was close to a 3-hour.
Yeah, and if
event,
you
I
want to
think.
do it, then you can do the gnome. And if you do a gnome, then please
Send
send us
it.
the picture.
Yeah, we love getting pictures. I love getting pictures.
People are
a couple
still
weeks
sending
later.
in pictures weeks later
Yes.
after they've just clicked on the video and did
Yeah.
their own painting.
It's so neat.
Right. Sandra says she's on her computer.
Okay, so on your computer, if you click on our page, I think on the...
On the left is the events.
Gosh, I'm not sure because it may come up because
I'm sure because I do it every day. I look at your page.
Yeah,
and I go
but
to
you're
your
a
page.
moderator, so you may see it differently.
Oh.
So it's either across the top or it's on the left-hand side is like photos, events, about.
And it would be in the photos section. It would be in the events section. You have to go to the event.
For what part?
For any one of them. For the gnomes.
To look for the photos, yeah, there are photo albums in the photos, but the slideshow is posted in the event as well as the video is posted.
All right, so
in
yeah,
the
they
event.
need to see the slideshow.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you can scroll through the page, and I'm sure the slideshow or the videos are on the page too.
Okay.
But the live feed goes right into the discussion of each event.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Now Beth Morel says this was my first virtual eccentricity. She says, Mark, you are amazing. You make the show. Thank you both so much.
Told ya. Mark says,
No, I don't
nothing.
make the show.
Mark says, he's nothing. He doesn't do anything.
I don't make the show. You make the show.
We come together. We're a
I'm
we're a
just
partnership here.
adding extra.
You're an added extra.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
What?
Beth says, I may have had too many sips.
Go cuckoo all
Go.
night.
Go Google all night.
Today,
You like it.
You have
Thank you
off
so much,
tomorrow.
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back next weekend.
Cheers. That was a big sip.
Careful, careful, careful.
I was finishing it for her.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh my goodness.
You were finishing it for Beth?
I was finishing it for you, Beth. That was a big shot of whiskey there.
Yeah.
Take water now.
She's drinking peanut butter whiskey.
Woo, baby.
All right. Are
You
we
guys
ready?
have an amazing night. Have a great Memorial Day. And thank you all for hanging out with us.
Yes, everybody, please be safe and be
Yes,
careful. Thank
definitely.
you. Come back and see us next weekend.
Good
Bye.
night, guys.